because we're stomping on them bitter ones. It's your boy Ali.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants. And of course, I'm your host, your YouTube messiah of an imitated, never duplicated superstar Tim Vicious. And we are talking about the Royal Rumble this week. Was in my beloved hometown of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the birthplace of Extreme ECW. And, well, first things first, want to address to all the crowds out there that say EC Dub, fuck you. It is not EC Dub, it is ECW. Get it the fuck right. Sorry, had to get that off my chest. Anyways, as far as the pay-per-view goes, it was great. It was great across the board. I loved it. Now, that being said, on with the matches. First match up, Cruiserweight Trios match, and, well, this was brought on because, well, we did address it on the show. You know, Enzo, what on the, like, literally hours before the 25th anniversary episode of Raw was set to begin, Enzo was suspended. The day after, that Tuesday, it was officially announced Enzo was terminated. He was fired. And like I've said before, now is not the time for fans like me or you out there watching to go and play armchair detective and say, well, he's innocent because this person said on Twitter about this, or, well, he's guilty because this person on Facebook said that. Don't go, no, now's not the time for that. As fans, now is the time for us to show that we are not this stereotype, dickhead, idiot wrestling fans that everyone portrays us to be. Now is the time for us to gently step back and let the police handle the investigation properly. Now, that being said, as far as with the Cruiserweights go, the title was relinquished, and they're now going to start up a new story with having a GM for the Cruiserweights. And, well, while yours truly is under 205 pounds, I'm not going to lie, Vince did come up to me. Hey, pal, let me ask you, Tim. How would you feel about being the general manager for 205 Live? Oh, well, sounds like a good deal, Vince. I'd be in charge of everything for the Cruiserweights. Exactly. And it can all be yours. I just gotta ask one thing from you. Well, sure, Vince, what is it? Stop the show. Fuck no. God damn it, I'm gonna get you to stop the show one day. That's on how the conversation went. Well, actually, no, I'm lying. I'll admit, I'm lying. That's not on how the conversation went, because after he said that, he said several other choice words that, you know, you have heard me say on this show more than once, but for the benefit of viewing standards, we'll cut it down to George Carlin's 7 words you don't say on radio. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I turned down the offer to be the Cruiserweight GM. Sorry, folks, but yeah, not worth it. I'm not giving this show up for it. I'm doing this for you. Anyways, back to the pay-per-view. Royal Rumble pre-show match, 6-man trio Cruiserweight match. TJP, Drew Gulak, Jack Gallagher going up against the Lucha Trio of Kalisto, Gran, Metalik, and Lince Dorado. I gotta say, it had a nice back and forth feel. I liked it. You know, I wish we would get more matches like this on the on a regular basis with the Cruiserweights instead of like that. Instead of the stereotypical kind of matches that they typically put on there, you know. But I mean, heels were obviously in control after they did the little 15-second ad for the network. You know, after that, Metalik, he got the hot tag, started clearing house, and then after a while, the heels started to gang up on him again. Wound up getting a blind tag to Kalisto. Kalisto started working Perkins. After some rigmarole, Kalisto wound up hitting the SDS on Perkin, on TJP. Got the 1, 2, 3 after that. Perkins wound up starting to show a bit of a hissy fit and a brat attack, so to say, and started like just cursing and yelling. And, you know, I will say this. As, you know, the one good thing about Enzo being fired, you don't have to deal with me yelling about the whole Zo train thing anymore. So, there's that. Anyways, next matchup, it was another pre-show match. Gallows and Anderson going against the Revival. This was a rematch from Raw 25 at the match at the Manhattan Center. And the nice pace to start out. You know, Revival wound up getting into control. And, you know, very much, you know, started working on Anderson's knee. Very much so. It was a short-lived match. It was an obvious pre-show match. It had a pre-show feel, but it had a nice pace. But surprisingly, at the end, the Revival won. They won. They got a roll-up. They got the roll-up on Anderson. And very much so, big surprise. You know, I'm okay with it. Because honestly, I don't want the Revival to have that feeling of, well, how long until one of them gets hurt again, kind of thing, you know? Just, you know, just shoot them straight up. Shoot them straight on. That's a bad picture. That would be a bad thing to see right there. That was poor on my taste. But anyways, just shoot them straight on up to the top and start having them go and hunt for the titles, you know? Anyways, next matchup now. And last and final pre-show match, it was the glorious Bobby Roode doing a open challenge for the United States Championship. And who could be his opponent? Could it be this person or that person? Somebody of significant importance? Somebody we'd never expect but has the potential to be a champion? No, we got Mojo Rawley. Mojo fucking Rawley. This was pretty. It was a so-so match. I mean, Mojo was pretty much in control for working the match. Literally, like 99.9% of the match. You know, Bobby started to get a comeback out of nowhere, hit a blockbuster, then got the glorious DDT. Boom, 1, 2, 3, that's it. Yeah. Just honestly, no. I'm sorry, but no. Mojo Rawley, no. You know, I feel like I'm getting a newspaper and whacking a dog with it. No. Bad Mojo. You don't get a title run. Anyways. Now we're on to the main show. Starts off, handicap match for the championship. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens going against the WWE champion, Uncle Allen, AJ Styles. And first things first, before we get the match started, absolutely love the fact that my beloved hometown of Philadelphia was chanting Ole to Sami Zayn in honor of Sami's mentor, the late, great El Generico, who sadly passed away of some time ago, tending to the orphans in Tijuana. But there is hope. Prince Puma from Lucha Underground, after he left the temple, went down to Tijuana and is now tending to those orphans. So, those orphans do have a hope. Now, on with this match. Really quick in and out tags by Owens and Zayn. Really loved it. And, you know, I say this all the time when you do a handicap match. If how you play it, you got to have the tag team. You got to have the tag team have the advantage over the person with the handicap. Otherwise, honest to God, it just makes the team look stupid. I mean, like, we'll just say, for example, if it was Kurt Hawkins and Curtis Axel as a handicap, doing a handicap match against somebody, Yeah, obviously those two are going to lose because, you know, it's Kurt Hawkins and Curtis Axel. What do you expect? But, you know, you got to have them look good. That's my point. And I'm not saying make them look strong. No, not make them look strong. Just make the team good. Make the tag team look good while they're working, like an actual tag team. Like they're actually emphasizing on, oh, hey, yeah, we have the advantage. Let's capitalize on it. You know, do that. And they did. It was really good to see, you know. They were really on Styles fierce, you know. You know, really good, really nice, good bit of action. Had a lot of good near fall. Well, not a lot, but had nice amount of near falls. And match came to an end when Styles tossed Sami out, and just as KO, boom, hit Styles with a super kick, threw him up against the rope, set him up for the pop-up powerbomb. Styles wound up getting around it and countered, got a quick roll-up, 1, 2, 3, so AJ Styles still wins and is still your WWE champion. And honestly, that way it worked. Yes, that played beautiful, and I know, keep in mind, everything I just said a minute ago about handicap matches. With that just made it look like, okay, they got the advantage. I gotta do something quick. That is when it's okay to work like that. Now, that being said, next matchup, SmackDown Tag Team action. Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable going against the Usos. 2 out of 3 falls match for the SmackDown titles. And my first thought, seeing the Usos come out, they're wearing purple. Alright, you see, now, I'm obviously from Philadelphia. I went to St. John Newman High School. Our rival high school was Roman Catholic, and they had the purple. And my first thought was, oh man, I'm really tempted. I'm really trying not to make a Roman Catholic wrestling team joke. Man, I haven't pissed somebody off with that joke in a long while. I'm really trying not to. Thankfully, I didn't. Thankfully, I did. Good. Anyways, nice, great pace to start out with. You know, Benjamin and Gable. They targeted Uso 1, because I can never tell them apart. Uso 1's knee, we'll say. Or not Uso 1, I'm sorry, Uso 2's knee. And, you know, it was just nice action all around. And match the first fall went to the Usos with just pretty much throwing out super kick after super kick after super kick. It was to the point to where I felt like I was Steve Corino doing super kick consistently, you know. Yeah. But next, so lot of quick action going around right after that. Surprisingly, next fall wound up happening with a quick roll-up on Shelton Benjamin. So the Usos won the match. Not only did they win the match, this is the first time that I can remember in God knows how long. If any of you remember when, please comment down below, when a 2 out of 3 falls match just went to 2 falls. So the Usos won with 2 falls, and that was it. Now, next matchup we got after that, it was the men's Royal Rumble match. Really good. I liked it. You know, they didn't really bring out a lot of the they didn't bring out any part-timers or legends to really fill in any of the slots this year, which, you know, was really nice to see. Now, started out with Rusev and Balor. They started it out. You know, more people came in. Corbin was in there for a bit. I think he was like number 4 or 5 or something. I don't remember. But, you know, after a while, Corbin got eliminated. When he did, he wound up getting pissed off and freaked out at everyone. Went back in the ring, took out Balor, destroyed Rusev, destroyed everyone else, and then destroyed Heath Slater as he was walking down to come in. You know, and it actually was a recurring bit for a little while where as somebody was coming in, boom, they'd hit Slater to keep him knocked down. And so, you know, but it was good. You know, I like that. Now, Ty Dillinger was set to come out at number 10 again, but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat him up. Sami came out and took his spot. Sami wound up getting eliminated by Nakamura, which when he came out, oh my God, you thought the roof would have came off the place. He had the crowd eating out of the palm of his hand. And like literally, still like a good 2 to 3 minutes after walking into the ring, the crowd was still singing his song, cheering for him. You know? Now, probably the funniest elimination had to have come when Sheamus came down, wound up stomping on Slater, threw Slater into the ring, and then got into the ring himself, and then next thing you know, Slater, boom, eliminated Sheamus. So, I'm not sure if he broke Santino's record for shortest amount of time in the ring, but I know he's at least in like, excuse me, he's at least in like the top 5 for shortest amount of time in there. He's got to be at least. You know, now when the New Day were now is the time for the ever infamous "How did Kofi avoid being eliminated?" spot. Now we've seen before on how he was party surfed around via Adam Rose's Rosebuds. He tight-roped over on the security barricades. He played hopscotch using JBL's chair. This year, though, all the New Day was in at one point. Jinder Mahal was there. He took out, I believe it was either Big E or Woods. He might have done both. I don't exactly remember, but he went to throw Kofi out, and when Kofi landed, it was like this. 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot was on Woods. And Woods was just laying there like, ah! You're not eliminated! You're not eliminated! And so, yeah. And then they proceeded to put a plate of pancakes on the floor for Kofi to put his other foot on, which those pancakes could have been put to good use, man. I mean, I could have had them. I would have ate them. Nah, I ain't gonna, though, because Kofi's nasty shoes were all over them things. Damn. But yeah, he did. But yeah, next thing you know, Big E and Woods, they set themselves up like in cheerleading, do the catapult, and whoa, got him in. And then Kofi eliminated Jinder. Now, probably one of the other biggest surprises was that came into the Royal Rumble. Andre Cien Almas wound up coming in, and oh my God, that was great because he freaking tore it up. He was not a filler spot whatsoever. And not only that, the way he worked it, the New Day were over here. He had Kofi. He was Adam going this way and then turned around and threw him out on the other side. Like he saw them like, nah, they'll just throw him back in. Boom. And did it that way to eliminate Kofi. Now, that was absolutely great. Probably the one I probably popped for the loudest was when Adam Cole, baby, wound up in the Rumble. You know, and it was just, whoa, Adam Cole, yes! And I'm pretty sure my good buddy Axel Mulligan on Twitter probably had a Steve Corino level freak out much like I did when that happened. But yeah, other than that, you know, trying to think some of the other ones. Another big surprise was Rey Mysterio. He came back, he hit hard on everyone in there. I think he lasted like a good 25 or 30 minutes in there. I don't know, maybe less. But yeah, Ray, he was good. He looked good. As much as everyone keeps saying, oh, I hope they're bringing him back, I hope they're bringing him back. I don't think he is, you know. He said himself, at 43, he wants to wind down. He would like a part-time schedule. Honestly, I think Rey Mysterio would be perfect for a 205 general manager, but I highly doubt it. Either way, though, number 30, surprise, surprise, was Dolph Ziggler. I'm not really surprised on that at all. And some people were asking, well, what's the point in having him there? Well, he's saying he didn't feel he was worth, the U.S. title wasn't worth holding on to, so he dropped it and walked out. He's coming out trying to prove that he's worth actually having a big title, but Dolph got eliminated. So, yeah, now he's got more of a story to work with, saying, you know, now you people think I'm not worth having a big title, fuck you, something like that. Now, the final 4 in the Rumble was Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, John Cena, and Nakamura, and sweet mother of God. Was this final 4? Yeah, I'm pretty sure my heart was about ready to like give out because I was so tense from it. It was like, because it looked like anyone could have gotten it. Finn was the first to get out, and then Cena, and then the last 2 was Nakamura and Roman. And sweet mother of God, was this a nail biter and a half? After a good fight, though, eventually Nakamura got Balor out. Nakamura got Roman out. Nakamura won, and I could be wrong, but I believe this is the first Japanese born to win the Royal Rumble. And then immediately after that, immediately after his win, he got asked in the ring, what title is he challenging for? And he said point blank, I want AJ Styles at WrestleMania, so yes. Next match, so now we had that, now we get another match after this. Next matchup we got is Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan going against Sheamus and Cesaro. Now this, it had a nice bit of action. Nice bit of action in it. Jordan's still playing that, yeah, I'm big, I'm bad, I got a title, I'm big, I'm bad because I have a title. And then next thing you know, Cesaro just throws Jordan like unprotected face first into the ring post, like boom! And keep in mind, I'm not talking the metal one, I'm talking like the LED one. But boom! Slammed him there, and it was just ugh. Jordan was laying down on the floor for a good bit, for a majority of the match, so Seth was on his own for it. And he played it good with that, and when Jordan did finally get back up and go to get the tag in, Jordan shrugging like he just woke up like 5 minutes ago, like he just did a bender all night, and then just got up like, ooh, I can't do this. And then walked back over while Seth was barely pulling himself back up to catch his breath. You go in there. And then he just sat on the steps the whole time for the rest of the match. So, this kid's going to obviously get an ass whooping. There's no doubt on that. But, either way, Sheamus and Cesaro got the win. Hit the spiked white noise right after on Seth. Got the 1, 2, 3. That was it. So they are the tag champs again. Next up, Universal title match. Triple threat. Braun Strowman versus Kane versus Brock Lesnar. And sweet mother of God, just on paper this sounds like Philadelphia is going to be declared a war zone. And man, right from the start, boom, Braun pounding everyone. At one point, Braun hit Brock with the knee, boom, hit him with the knee, and then like a little bit after that, Brock just straight up, boom, like punched Braun, like that right across his face. Like, Jesus, did Brock shoot on that, or was that legit or what? But either way, there was carnage all around. Mayhem, carnage, pandemonium. There was all kinds of shit everywhere, man. You know, Braun slammed Brock Lesnar through a table. Kane went to go slam Braun through a table, but he couldn't. You know, but couldn't really get Braun up all the way, but Braun kind of rolled with it to make it look like he covered himself. But probably one of the sickest parts was at one point Brock F5'd Braun Strowman onto the announce table and then walked over to the German table and flipped it over onto Braun Strowman. Then proceeding to work on Kane. Braun just basically like from the old video game Golden Axe, rise from the grave, just I live again! Came out, storming mad, clearing house, Kane wound up throwing Braun out of the ring, and then Brock gets Kane up, F5s him onto a chair, gets the 1, 2, 3. So Brock Lesnar still wins, still the Universal Champion. And at the end, you hear Braun Strowman yelling, "You never beat me, you never beat me." This is building to be a great feud. And honestly, these two are gonna. I'm calling it now. These two are gonna meet at WrestleMania for the Universal title, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna be neck and neck with Styles and Nakamura. And I'm more so saying that it's going to be these two because on Raw they did Elimination Chamber qualifying matches. Braun Strowman won his qualifying match, so he's in the chamber. Now, next up, Women's Royal Rumble match. So, Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch start out the match. I liked on how it went. They brought back girls from the past that were on the show, that were part of WWE before, to take in some of the other spots for the slot. And honestly, I wasn't expecting that. I was more so hoping they were going to get a couple of girls from the indies that they have, that they've worked with, or some of the extra girls from NXT, but you get what you get. First surprise entry of the night was Lita, and then Kairi Sane. Oh my God, when she came out, it was great. She got a huge pop. She does an elbow drop that's a thing of beauty. I'm pretty sure Macho Man Randy Savage is looking down saying, "Ooh yeah, you see that girl right there, Kairi Sane? Yeah, she does that elbow drop. Yeah, she does it better than the Macho Man did." Tori Wilson came out. Tori looking at even more solid and not jacked, but toned than when she first was with the company. But honestly, I think she should have had a little more time to work off some ring rust. She didn't necessarily look ring shape, so to say. Another one that came out, big surprise, was Molly Holly. And oh my God, I thought, honest to God, I thought Molly Holly was all but done, short from doing a few seminars, But man, she was in there and she was working like she never lost a beat. It was great to see. Michelle McCool wound up coming in, and she actually got the most eliminations of the night, which, after she got eliminated, I'm pretty sure she went home to rest in peace. Yeah, I had to do the Undertaker joke. I couldn't help myself. I'm sorry. Anyways, for whatever reason, Vicky Guerrero came out and just, yeah. I'm sorry, but no, she's like that nangy, whiny, old lady down the block that constantly yells because your dog is barking at something. Just, yeah. But yeah. Pretty sure Vicky was in because it was announced earlier that day that Alicia Fox got an injury, so she was officially out of the Royal Rumble, as well as the Mixed Match Challenge that they're doing on the Facebook gimmick. But hands down, the most undeserving entry in the Women's Rumble had to be Kelly Kelly. Cause you know, some people say, "Oh well, Carmella is the most undeserving entry. She already has a Money in the Bank contract." Nope, Kelly, hands down. Because honestly, I mean, come on. I'm pretty sure Great Khali has more matches on his best of DVD than Kelly does. Just no. But yeah. Jacqueline, Miss Jackie came out. It was good to see her, you know. Really good to see her, you know, and she was, boom, just as stiff as she was back in the day. When Nia Jax came out, she wound up clearing the ring, and cleared the ring fierce, and cleared the ring. You know, Beth Phoenix, she wound up trying to take out Nia. That did not work. She got Nia a little bit off the ground, but eventually, boom, threw her out. Amber Moon came in, still nursing her arm from the beating Shayna Baszler gave her. And when Asuka was in, them two locked horns. They were like, "Oh yeah, you and I, we got unfinished history." That was good. That was cool to see. Yeah. And both of the Bellas came out for just, ugh. I'm sorry, but I don't like the Bellas one bit. Hands down, the biggest surprise entry of the night. Nobody ever expected. Trish Stratus came in at number 30. And, you know, I'm going to just say it now, and y'all can say all the negative stuff about me for saying this all you want, but for a woman that's in her 40s, pushed out 2 kids, good fucking God, she doesn't look like she aged a day. Not only that, and some people want to go and say, "Oh well, her ring gear just looks like a looks like a bad ripoff of Natalia's." Who the fuck cares, man? It's Trish Stratus. She can make a burlap sack look good. She can make a burlap sack look sexy. I mean, for fuck's sake, saw her. I'm pretty sure my jaw dropped so hard I made an indent in the floor. You know, and then the infamous. When her and Mickey started to lock horns and stare at each other, that bring up that old rivalry. You know, if you go back on the network and watch it, you'll see it at one point they cut away real quick, but Trish goes and mocks Nikki about having her hand up, talking about the infamous when Mickie James did the infamous claw with that. And you don't know what I'm talking about? Look it up, pal. But yeah, the final 4 was Asuka, Sasha, and both Bellas. And, well, before I get into the final 4, do want to say, yes, Trish still had it. She rocked it all the way in there with everyone and still kicked ass before she got eliminated. Not surprised she was eliminated, but man, it was so great to see that. So great to see her in there working again. You know. No, it was a one-off, but man, it was still good. Either way. Final 4 now. Asuka, Sasha, and the Bella Twins. Sasha, she was the first to go out, obviously. And then the Bellas, you know, they got Sasha out. Next thing you know, Nikki tossed Brie out. And then it wound up coming down to Nikki Bella versus Asuka, and that was really where like people were like on pins and needles, like, please don't let it be Mrs. John Cena. Please don't let it be Mrs. John Cena. Please don't let it be Mrs. John Cena. Asuka won! Yes, Asuka won, so the Japanese invasion has become a success. Nakamura won the Rumble. Asuka won the Rumble. And just as Asuka was about to declare who she was going to challenge, Ronda Rousey came out. Ronda Rousey came out, pointed up to the sign, and then made a graceful exit after that. And say what you want about Ronda Rousey, I will say this: she does have some damn good taste in entrance music, having Joan Jett. Oh, don't judge. But yeah, so fingers crossed we're going to actually have Asuka challenge for the title instead of getting some, throwaway match of Ronda versus Asuka, because honestly, no, that would not be worth it. But yeah, so that is it. That is it for this week's show, folks. So do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes. Make sure you look for me also on my Twitter at Tim Vicious. I'm also out there on that Facebook gimmick, Tim Ash. Also do have another Twitter account, Tim_Vicious. Also make sure y'all look down below for information on The Dad Show. It's a lifestyle podcast, storytelling podcast, whatever kind of podcast you want to make it as, that is what it is. Also, folks, do not forget to follow all of these cool-ass cats right here on the Twitter. Axel Mulligan, make sure you check out Axel's newest project, Wrestling Review, where they talk about British and European wrestling. Kenny Killer, my two co-hosts for The Dad Show. I am Danny Sunday and Oliver Ben, who is also my executive producer for this show. Excuse me. Make sure y'all check out his music. It's on iTunes, Spotify, and such. Details are down below. Also, hit Ollie up for one of these shirts. Show the man some love and support. Cranky Asshole, Aaron_DeBoer, and Dazzy MWP. And folks, like I always tell y'all, you love me great, you hate me. Fuck you.